Let's talk about grief journey, yours and mine. Freud called it grief work. Either one works for me. If you're just starting your work or journey, in the middle, or looking back as I am, it's important not to deny or run from your sorrow or loss. I'm going to unpack what I learned, because there's no purity in bearing the pain of loss and sorrow alone. And at the heart of our humanity and love is connection. So community pals, let's connect. We got this. A grief journey is what we do when a loved one dies. It may be intentional, casual, or just background noise. It's how we get from A, abject pain, to Z, zero pain. Our journey is how we imbue our lives to receive the story of our loved ones, so we may bear witness not just to them, but to the intricate lattice of love. I started my grief journey without much of a goal, pretty much what I've done most of my life. I knew enough to know if I didn't do this work, my sorrow would fester and rot in me from the inside out. One of the most important things I learned on my grief journey and grief work was that when I looked out the windows of this journey, metaphorically looked around, I saw vistas like this, but more importantly, I saw more of who I became more. I saw more of who Donna loved into being. I began to see her, us, differently. I hope, like me, if you reflect and be still with your memories, there is a reward in plumbing the depth of sorrow and loss. I'm not going to bullshit you. This is no amazing insight from day one. All of this is pure 20/20 hindsight. You look back to look forward. You look back to look forward. At times I struggled, I hurt, I cried. When we're struck in our own pain, we miss the truth of ourselves. Isn't that what we want, our truth? Donna died. Of course, all grief starts with death. I didn't want that. She didn't want that. I had my grief ticket punched, and I hopped on board. There was a funeral, and after the funeral, I made those plans while she lay dying in hospice. The inviting of a large and loving group of friends and family to the funeral and break bread after is what we do, plan. But it was a blur, the time of emotional fog I was lost in. Once that last casserole dish was returned, I was left with me, my checklist, my OCD. There was all the paperwork, the death certificate, the insurance, the credit cards, etc., etc., etc. And then there were her clothes and all. I was doing all of this by rote, in that grief fog, just lost in the fog, reacting to death. I was reacting, being a good husband. Looking back, I should have stepped back, taken a breath, stood still and listened to my heart, not looked at checklists, not tried to be accomplished, to show off that look what I could get done. Let me just focus on her things. There were a lot. We had no kids. We worked, we saved. She liked clothes and shoes. Who doesn't? I spent a week lugging bags to Housing Works for donation. I cried walking the 2 blocks. I cried because it felt the same when we went together to the hospital. I closed the door and she never returned. Her clothes were the continuation of that. She'll never come back. My view about this reacting after death, doing. Wait, just wait. Please wait. Keep your OCD at bay. There will be time. Stop and reflect, bask. Hold your memories close. Allow them to dance with one another because they'll create new memories. There will be time to surrender. Each of us grieve differently. and will surrender when the time comes. Until that moment arrives, embrace the sorrow, memories, and gratitude of love. Very simply, just to sum this up in a way the best as I can, you will learn, you will understand from plumbing the depths of your grief and loss, from realizing the love you had and the love you lost. Be a firefly in a jar and light the world with your memories, with the memories you hold in your heart, the memories that are dear, the memories that deserve to be heard and seen.